Hey everybody. Welcome, welcome. Tonight I'm going to make a door hanger for fall with a Dollar Tree board that I found. When you're hopping on, say hello. Let me get my comment pinned and we will get started with our door hanger. Hey Rochelle, how are you? Okay. Now let me know if I mispronounce your name. Is it Deanna? Did I pronounce that correctly? Because I don't want to call you by the wrong name. It looks like Deanna. I am doing good. Thank you. I hope you are. Glad you could make it. Did I pronounce your name correctly? I'm glad you're good too, Rochelle. Okay. I found this store tag. You notice it's got a little pumpkin cut out up here. I found this at Dollar Tree. Deanna. Okay. I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want to be butchering your name. Okay. I'm good. I got it right. Yay. I found this at the Dollar Tree. When I was there, they also had some solid, like just unpainted without the pumpkin. So I like this. So we're going to Mod Podge a napkin on the bottom. This is what the napkin looked like to begin with. I went ahead and cut a square out. I took the ply off. This is only a 2-ply napkin, so I took the bottom ply off. So we're going to Mod Podge this onto the napkin, onto the board. Sorry. All right, so let's get our Mod Podge. And my paintbrush. I've got my Cricut heat press on I set it to 300. When you're doing Mod Podge, you want to make sure you get all the way to the edges of what you're doing, because you want to make sure that everything is going to adhere like it's supposed to, like you want it to. So just make sure you get to all over the edges. It is Wednesday, guys. We are halfway through. Now, I joke a lot about needing my coffee in the morning. It's pretty much permanent. You can sand it off if you wanted to, but when we dry the Mod Podge and we put the heat press on it, it's basically melting into the napkin and making it stick down. So you'd probably have to sand it off to get it off. I kid about eating my coffee in the morning, but I do. For everyone's benefit, not just my own. I had my coffee this morning, but then I get up like at 6:30 because my husband has to actually go into the office. See, Rochelle's, she knows. So, you know, I told Alexa to do what we typically tell it to do. And then he leaves. And my Echo Show has the yellow across the bottom, which means no internet. I had no internet all morning. So, yeah, I had my coffee, but I was not a happy person without my internet. We got it fixed. He ended up having to come home and do his IT thing. We got some Wi-Fi extenders, and it was actually a problem with those. It's over here. I've got it. I was actually thinking maybe tomorrow night do the "But Did You Die" transfer on a shirt. So yeah, I've got it. And yes, I did. I had to be brought back to life. Just so you know. The coffee helped revive me. So you want to make sure that this is dry pretty well. I've got one area that was a little bit thicker. We are using the club transfer tonight. The keyword is down below in the pinned comment. It's fall. In there you will find the supply list of the paste and stuff that I'm using tonight, as well as some other links to learn how to join the club, be a designer. If you have any further questions, if you go into those links and you have any questions, just send me a message and I would be more than happy to talk with you. Okay, so I pressed the napkin down, got my parchment paper, and I'm gonna have to bring it over here. And I'm doing it for 30 seconds. I like Mod Podging the napkins on stuff. I think it gives it a really pretty look. They got some really pretty napkins out. I have found since I started doing this, I go specifically straight to the napkins right off the bat, no matter where I go, just to make sure if they have any, I want to see what they have. I'm going to lift this up and make sure that it went on well, and it did. I'm going to let this dry just a little bit because it does get hot. And while it's drying, I am going to add some surface wax to this. I don't want a chance any of the black coming off. I mean, the transfer's lost a lot of its stickiness, but I just don't want to chance it. So I'd rather just go ahead and put some on, and then I don't have to worry about it. Just put some on and then make sure just buff it in really well. I'm going up to the pumpkin. And I think that's cool enough for me to handle. So putting that away, I'm done with that. Sanding block I got from dollar store. You sand down to remove all the excess napkin. It has been storming here where I am for most of the day. It finally stopped this afternoon, which probably didn't help the issues we were having with the Wi-Fi. So I'm done with the heat press. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. All right. So now part of this transfer is not going to be used. The grateful is too wide on the board. I'm not fuzzing this because, again, it's lost a lot of its stickiness with using it. Just rubbing it down, making sure no air bubbles are in it. That's what we got. I'm thinking about doing the very thankful, incredibly blessed, and then maybe part of the design in the middle. What can't you see? Okay, so we have papaya, and we have currant jam, which is really pretty too, and we have shimmer harvest, which is a pretty fall color. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the hot mess technique on the words and maybe a solid on the plants. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm messing with my angle. I've got a new phone mount that actually mounts to the ceiling that I was messing with, and I had to move the one I typically use, so it kind of got out of whack from where I typically have it. So that, yeah, sorry about that. I will just use my fingers. I found that's pretty much the best way to do it. That way you can control how much paste and where it goes. Got baby wipes. I also get these at the dollar store. Because thank goodness I am no longer in that stage where I need baby wipes. So I'm going to start with papaya. And can you guys see that? Or do I need to move it a little bit? Can you see it? Clean your finger. Then I'm going into the currant jam. And all I'm doing is just dabbing it on the surface. And the last color, Shimmer Harvest. And since it is a little bit harder to see because of the angle, then I'll kind of hold it up for you. That's what I did. So, I'm going to take a squeegee. This is a mini. And I'm just going to run it across the colors. Trying not to hit the other areas that I don't want on here. Okay, since the colors are mixed, I'm not putting them back in my jar. And we're going to go ahead and lift it up. And we're going to dry this, and then we'll do the wording on the bottom. Okay. The reason you want to lift it up and go slow is in case the paste didn't get somewhere, you can put it right back down and go over it again. And this transfer has been used so much that extra care is needed to make sure it goes where I need it to. All right. All right, let me show you this. That's what we have so far. And I'm going to dry this before we move on. This hot mess technique is so pretty. I've done it on a couple things, and they always turn out really nice. And who doesn't like to finger paint? Thank you for the likes and the hearts. I appreciate it. Make sure you sprinkle the video around to your friends. That would help me out a lot. Follow the page if you don't already. All right. Okay, I'm not putting this back onto the board because I'm done with up there. So now I'm going to come down and do Incredibly Blessed. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I'm going in with the papaya first on my finger. And just dotting it around wherever you want the color, more color to be. The first color that goes through the silk screen is going to be the color that comes out on your surface. So just be mindful of that. Even though you're kind of mixing them when you use your squeegee over them, it's still kind of like first come, first serve. It's still that. Clean up my finger, and last color, Shimmer Harvest. Did you guys have a busy day today? You heard about my misadventure. And yes, I do have to use the glue gun again tonight. You guys are gonna have to be my adult supervision because I burned myself really bad last night using it. So take your squeegee. And just run it along. Just be being careful not to go in the other areas. Again, I'm gonna wipe the excess off on a paper towel. And let's pull it up from this end. And I gotta go put some more color on my bee. I kind of went light down below because I didn't want to pick up that line that's down at the bottom of the transfer. Okay. I am going to clean this before I do the background color, the flower things. So that's what we've got so far. Isn't that pretty? Let's give it a quick dry. I'm just spraying some water on my transfer so the paste doesn't get hard. You're going to have to pry it out of my dead body hand. Just saying. I like my glue gun. Are you prepared to fight me for it? Okay. I'm going to set this aside just real quick. Now we've got our transfer. I sprayed some water on it, and I'm just going over it with a paper towel. To get up as much of the paste as I can. Then I've got my board eraser, which is wet. I just put it in some water over there. And I come through and go over it a couple different ways, because depending on the angle, you want to make sure you get into all the little silk screen area. Flip it over. Do the same thing on the back. All right. We're going to dry it. Oh my goodness. Bring it. We do want to dry it real well since we're putting it back down. Okay. So let's bring our board back over. All right. Everything's dry. Now, I am not going to press down near my words that I already have on the board. Number one, this isn't as sticky as it once was, but there's no need to. All you have to do is make sure the area that you're going to be pasting or inking, that part is down well on your surface. So I'm not even going to worry about the other. All right. Should I do the hot mess for the flower stems and stuff, or solid color? What do you guys think? And if solid color, what color? What do you guys think? I think the Shimmer Harvest would be pretty. You guys are quiet. So I'm going to do Shimmer Harvest. Again, I'm not using all of it. that leaf. And I think I'm going to get that one as well in here. I'm taking off the excess. You were too late. Okay. I thought I missed a stem, but that doesn't actually have a stem going to it. I don't know if I like that it doesn't have a stem going to it. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna spray it with water. There's a shimmer harvest. What do you guys think? Pretty? Okay, I'm gonna dry this a little bit, just in case I don't want to bump it and smear it. There are a lot of pretty shimmer colors for Christmas that's coming out, and some of them are already out. I think some neat things are going to be able to be made with the shimmers. Now in the cart link, you can add anything you want. You can remove anything that you want. I did put most everything in there. Okay, that's dry. So let's put up our paste. I'm going to try my hand at a different ribbon tonight. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll do the kind that I did last night. So I'm going to set this aside for just a minute and show you the ribbon that I have. I bought that. This is wired ribbon. The wired ribbon is nice because it's a little bit stiffer, so you can manipulate it a little bit better. So I've got this. I cut 2 pieces, and they are about 5.5 inches long. I got that, and also this one is also wired, a little bit thicker than the other. And I did 2 of these, about 6 inches long. And then I worked with this before on one of my lives. It's almost like a burlap look with little fringes on each side. Exactly. Lori, help! And I got some, I think this is jute to kind of connect it all. So, all right, fingers crossed. We're going to take our two, I'm going to call them burlap, and I'm making an X, if you can see that. I'm making an X. Taking this and then I'm going to take this actually, wait a minute, I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to take the burlap, take that, take one of these, take my burlap, take the other one, and then finish with my orange. So I got an X. Okay. Let's see if this will work for me. Works for others. Let's see if it'll work for me. All right, I'm going to take some jute. I think I may have got this at the dollar store as well. They do carry it. It's anything that they carry, it's hit and miss. You gotta just luck out. You know, you luck out when you go in there. The dollar store, the Dollar Tree that's closest to me, unfortunately, they are so understaffed. The last few times I've gone, they've been closed because they don't have enough people to work. It's, you know, middle of the day and they're closed. I end up going 20 or 30 minutes away to one that I know pretty much would be open. I'm pulling it tight. And we'll see how it looks once I shape it up. No, that's not the Dollar Tree near you, Rochelle. It's the one I'm talking about is the one in Monticello by Walmart. The one by you, I've never gone by there and they were closed. I think they have enough staff at that one. So if I don't go to the one closest to you, then I go to Maple Grove. So what do you guys think? Did it turn out okay? Did it turn out okay? Or should I do another type? I mean, you just play around with the ribbon until you get it laying like you want it, because you want to see all your colors. And with 2 or 3 of them being wired, you're able to move them around pretty well so that you can see the different colors. See? Just so you see. All right. Let's get this bad boy over here. And hold it down. Hold it down with my little finger protector, not with the skin of my thumb. I thought about actually maybe putting some raffia on it. And there we go. What do you guys think? You like it? I think it turned out pretty, very pretty. The hot mess. That line from the Mod Podge I'm going to have to buff out. But there's our little door hanger. Throw me some hearts if you like it. Yeah, I had the little, where'd George go? Did you steal George, Rochelle? Oh, there he is. I thought you stole him. You see the leaves on the bottom there? I was thinking about maybe putting one or two of those in the middle. Okay, guys, that is my project for tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna buff out where the Mod Podge is right there. And I might add a little leaf on the top of the bow. So I'm glad you guys were able to join me. If you're catching the replay, make sure you type in replay. Because if you don't see the red light over my head somewhere, I'm not live anymore. So you guys have a good evening. Yeah, I know. I was wondering where Pam was. Okay, guys, have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow, and we'll ink a shirt. Maybe the, But Did You Die? We'll do that one. So we'll see you guys. Oh, hey, hey, Pam. Bye, Pam. See you tomorrow night. We'll do a shirt. Night, guys.